this is my second YouTube video, and I'm going to be talking about why awareness for congenital heart disease is so important and crucial for the survival of babies with CHD. A lot of people don't even know what congenital heart disease is, and basically it's something that you're born with, and not everyone finds out in utero. Sometimes it doesn't get detected until later in life, or unfortunately there are a lot of babies who die from CHD and their parents had no idea that they had a congenital heart defect, which is very sad. It is the most common birth defect in the world, and a lot of people don't even know what it is. A lot of people have never heard of it, or like I said, know what it is, and seem shocked whenever people are like, oh, I have congenital heart disease. And I think a lot of people think that when you hear heart disease, it's associated with, oh, I thought you could only get heart disease as an adult, but that's so far from the truth. A lot of people have heard of cancer. Most everyone's heard of cancer or diabetes or stuff like that. But when it comes to congenital heart disease, there are very few people who are not affected by it that have heard about it. And usually that's because they come across a post that talks about CHD, or someone tells them about it, which is amazing, but I think we need to really share what it is and actually use our voice to tell people what congenital heart disease is. It is the most common birth defect in the world, and you're going to hear me say that a lot because it's the truth, and it really is the most common birth defect in the world. Living with congenital heart disease is so much more than just having a scar down your chest, or like I am right now, wearing a heart monitor, or, open heart surgery and being poked all the time in hospitals. And it's so much more than that. And I think that, when people see a heart warrior and they don't look sick, it's like, oh, they had surgery or whatever and they're fixed and they're fine. But that's so far from the truth. There is no fix for congenital heart disease. There is no cure. And I want to make that very known to everyone. Absolutely everyone in the world needs to know what congenital heart disease is. And we need to use our voice and use our resources to tell people what it is and to raise awareness, because it is so important. Congenital heart disease awareness literally saves lives. The more people learn about CHD, the earlier symptoms can be recognized, more families can get support. And I also want to talk about support on here because not a lot of heart warriors have support. We have our family and our friends, but not a lot of people have support that, and it's sad because it can be so isolating to just live with this invisible illness, because congenital heart disease is an invisible illness that, like I said, people think you're healthy and you're fine after open heart surgery or whatever, but that's so far from the truth. That's not true at all. There is no cure and there is no fix. So, when you're doing things with friends or whatever, like going out or whatever, and you have congenital heart disease and you are sick and people don't realize that, that's sad. Because you want people to know about it. You want people to, I guess, acknowledge that CHD is a real thing and people do suffer with it every single day. To all the heart warriors out there, I just want to say that you are seen and I'm proud of you. If no one tells you that, I am proud of you. And keep fighting. We're in this together. You're not alone. CHD can feel very lonely and isolating, and it's hard. It's very hard. Especially when people say things like, oh, you look healthy, or, you don't look sick, and in reality, you are very sick. A lot of heart warriors are very sick and have critical congenital heart defects that, impact your life daily and affect your life daily, and no one sees that. No one sees the nights that you cry in your bed because you just feel so alone and so isolated in this bubble of hospitals, pokes, surgeries, procedures, tests, appointments, all the things. And I just want to let you know that you're not alone.